Hi, I'm Pamela, and welcome to Green Stick Cottage, where I enjoy cross-stitching and other stitchy and crafty things whenever the cats allow me to. So they have been allowing me, and I've been able to get some things, make some progress, let's say. So I'm going to start in, but first I'm going to show something way back in the olden days. I'm sorry about this light situation coming from that window. The sun is setting, but it was my opportunity, so I'm grabbing it. Carpe diem and all that. So anyway, I found this when I was doing my decluttering project. That's an ongoing thing. And this was from high school. And this is an embroidery project I did for my Bible as literature class. And we were able to choose a book of the Bible and create a report and maybe some kind of and a project to go along with the report. So I chose to do embroidery, and I chose my Bible book, Song of Solomon. So those that are familiar with Song of Solomon might recognize this part of the book. And I took, so it says, "My beloved is mine and I am his," and that's a repeating refrain in the Song of Solomon, or Shir HaShirim, Song of Songs. And I just got... I don't know, I guess some of this came out right here, somewhere along the line, but this is pretty old. High school was long ago. So I borrowed, or I asked my mom, I used her embroidery transfers and just stuck the ones I liked in the design, and it's like a dresser scarf. And I got my own muslin and hemmed it myself, and to create the surface for all the embroidery. And then I freehanded. This is how I used to print back in high school. And so I freehanded that with my own handwriting. And I love the flowers and the hearts, and I still do. And I thought the grapes were good, the fruits were good, because, Song of Solomon talks about fruits. And so, anyway, I thought I was happy to come across that and see that it's still around. It's not my first embroidery piece, but it is from quite long ago. And I do have a reunion coming up, a significant reunion coming up next year. So, my high school reunion. But I skipped grades, so I'm not as old as most of my classmates. I'm at least 2 years younger. So, that gives you an idea. Boy, my hair is doing some interesting things. Okay, so that was my oldie but goodie. And I have also worked on with my these flosses that I got from one of the ladies in my knitting group. We call it a knitting group because it started off as a knitting group, but it's actually a handcrafters group because we do all kinds, all handcrafts are represented, and there's usually somewhere between 15 and 20 of us every Friday, and we meet at the library, and it is just so much fun. And so we anyway, so this lady gave me, and I thought it was a friend, but it's actually her mother-in-law who's planning to move out of the country to Ireland, in fact. So I got 2 big totes of her stash, and it included cross-stitch fabric and these threads, and so I'm trying to use these threads, and so I chose to use them for Create Every Day. And I think last time I was working on the T in Create, and now I've made it, I've got all the letters done, and I still have to do the needle and thread, and there's some cross stitches down on this side here, and that's where the needle and thread are also. And I finally found none of those threads have gray or dark gray, anything for a needle. So I got this. This was the only gray Walmart had. So it's very light. So I don't know. I might have to just order some real gray, some darker gray. But we'll see if that'll make a recognizable needle. I don't know. But anyway, I just love it. I got the idea for using a different color for each letter in the word create from Liz at Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, and I thought that was a great idea. And since there were, a pretty good selection of colors in here, I was able to come up with this, and I'm real happy with it. And so that is where I'm at on that. So hopefully next time I'll have it finished and can show what the final. I'll have to measure it and see if I can find a frame for it and all that. Okay, so next in the rotation came Light by Barbara Anna Designs, and here's all the flosses for that, and I just love all the colors, just great colors. And last time I only had like 2 or 3 leaves done, and now I have the some of the, I guess it's cherries or berries or something, looks like berries, and the key, and I'm doing the arch. This is page 1, and it only goes to here, so the arch is going to come down here. And if you're not familiar with this design, Light, it has a fox in a dress, which is what totally attracted me to it. And I just love it. And so I'm really excited. And the fox, she has tiny little feet. It's just adorable. So that's how far I am on that. And so I'm happy with that progress since last time. And so that's, I've got 2 more Barbara Anna Designs kitted up that are also, it's a quail in a dress and a chicken in a dress, Molly and the key. And so as soon as I finish Light with the fox, I'll move on to one of the others. And then this is my oldest recent whip, I think. Yeah, because it's not finished yet. I did have an older one, but these are older in recent times because I have a lot of older whips from 20 and 30 years ago. But when I recently started doing cross stitch more often, probably about 3 years ago, I started this one, which is Joy in the Journey, and it is from a Jan Lynn kit, and I'm working on the inner border. There's 2 borders, and I didn't get out the thing to show it, but I'm working on the inner border, and so I've gotten all the greens done. And then each one of these has flowers on it. So then the flower colors will come next. And then the outer border is just, I think it's 3052. And it's just a design that goes around with no flowers. And it's all that dark green. So anyway, I just love this one. And love the bee theme here. And the house and the tree. I love those kind of things. So it's coming to the end of its journey. Hopefully not too long. Probably won't take too much longer, I hope. And then we have my spring, what I'm calling my spring bookmark, which is actually, I think it's a May bookmark in the pattern book, A Year of Bookmarks. But it is daisies, and there's been a lot of white on white, but I did finish this first daisy. There's going to be 3 for the length of the bookmark here. And I got the daisy, all the cross stitch on the daisy. There's going to be back stitch, so you can it'll look like a daisy. And then I started doing the greens, and here's the colors for this. And there will be back stitching with the black to outline those petals on the daisy. So I'm looking forward to that, getting that far. But it's a full coverage piece, even though it's small. So and because this is stiff to be a bookmark on this pre-made bookmark, it has to just be, I can't do the in and out of the needle from the top. I have to stab and then pull it in the back and then stab back up to the top, to the front. And so it's a little more time consuming than some of my other pieces. So anyway, it's coming along. And maybe someday I'll actually do seasonal things in the season that it currently is. But for now, I'm doing the spring one. I have made no progress. This is next in the rotation, though, so I'm hoping to make some good progress on my monochromatic Fighting Demons sampler. I am still at this point I'm on page 1, and I have let's see, I think I got it. There we go. I have the top of the border of page 1. And then when I finish that, and there's back stitching on this border as well, but I'm just going to concentrate on the X's first, and then I'm going to go down the left side and finish all of the border for page 1 before I get to start the dragon in this corner. There's going to be a dragon right here. Oh, I'm so excited. So I hope I can get that far by the next time I show this. And it's pretty big. And so it's going to be a little bit of progress at a time on that one. All right, and waiting in the wings is my vintage country mocha and all of these pretty colors for the Celtic Spirit sampler that I have not started yet, but it is just calling my name over and over, so I will have to start it soon. And there it is. It just really blurs out when I try to get it up close, but you can kind of get an idea. But I'm really looking forward to that one. Okay, and then I did get some haul today. I got a whiteboard for showing. It seems like my stuff is showing up okay though, but if it ever doesn't, I'll be able to put it on here like other people do. And if it looks too diaphanous or transparent or see-through or lights coming in or whatever, I'll try to use that and figure out how to do that in some kind of competent way. And I got at Walmart today, I got more of these. These are the plastic bobbins I use. And let's see, do I have some here? Yes. And so what I do is I punch holes. I punch holes in the center And so they start off looking like this, just like regular bobbins. And then I punch the holes so I can put the full lengths of threads here in this hole. In this, these are full length, but I've already taken one or more strands off of the length, or off of the length of the thread. So it's less than 6 strands, whereas all of these over here have all 6 strands. And then if I have leftovers, they get wrapped down here. So I can keep track of what I'm doing with these. And so that's what works best for me. And so I got some more today, just because they had them in stock, which isn't always the case. And so Jan Lynn, I think it's Jan Lynn, yeah, Jan Lynn Native Craft. And this is, I saw the Atom Hearts ones that are, actually follow the same principle that I just came up with on my own. And I thought, wow, those are great. But the ones that look like bobbins like this, $38 for 100. This is less than $2 for 28. And so that seemed like a better deal to me. Even though the holes, the holes that I punch, I use just a regular hole punch. So they're kind of small holes, but I don't put more than one skein on here at a time, so it works out all right. And so I will continue to use these for a while until I get tired of them, I guess, or find something different or better, something I like better. And then, so that was what I got at the store. Then when I went to the library for my handcrafters group / knitting group, this is at the library, and they have a little room there called the Book Nook, and that's where the Friends of the Library sells used books and stuff. So I always check there because I find some great stuff. I got a stack today. So I got 3 issues of American Patchwork and Quilting. I used to subscribe to this magazine back, a while back. And this is issue 161 from 2019. And I haven't even looked through these. I just grabbed them. And but it looks like there's a lot of pretty, well, I like the red and white one on the front for sure. And so I won't take up time going through them all, but I always loved this magazine. So I got that. And then this one is issue number 171 from 8/6/21, display until 8/6/21. So same magazine. I love the cover quilt on here. Whoa, look at that tropical one. Very pretty. Okay, so that's that. And then, of course, fall, my favorite season. This is issue 172, display until 10/1/21. And, of course, I love that cover photo of that fall quilt. And that one's pretty. This is pretty as well. So, yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun reading through these. And then I have, let's see. So those were the only magazines I found. And then I started getting into the cross-stitch booklets and found this one, which I absolutely love. Now, for some reason, it's called Prairie Tales. I have no idea other than the prairie dogs right here, but everything else is my world. Roadrunners, cacti, coyotes, lizards, more plant life. This looks like an ocotillo here, these two. So Yeah. So I'm not going to call it, I'm not going to put Prairie Tales on the top, but I really want to make this. I think this is just so representative of my surroundings. Except we don't have, up here in the north, in northern Arizona, we don't have the saguaros. We have joshua trees and other cacti, but we don't. I mean, we have some because people plant them here, but they don't occur naturally. But we have Palo Verde trees, which is where my channel name Green Stick Cottage comes from, because Palo Verde means green stick. So, and I am surrounded by Palo Verde trees, but this is just so representative. And I only learned recently that roadrunners, you should steer clear of roadrunners. I see them going across, looking out the window. I'll see them trotting across the yard and stuff, and oh look, there's a roadrunner. Oh, how cute! But apparently they're kind of vicious. So that's what I've been told. At my handcrafters group, with the people who've lived here for longer than I have. I've been here 20 years and I didn't know that. So anyway, but yeah, I'm loving this one. And then more birds. Check this out. This is Teresa Wentzler. And look at those birds. Just gorgeous. Let's see if I can get there, that's better. Gorgeous. Love them. Okay. And then I love scenes like this. This is Barbara and Cheryl. And this one, I think it's only got this one design on it. Let me double check. Yeah. It's one of these big fold out types. But this one is called Morning Light. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love these kind of scenes. Like you could just, you just want to walk into it. Very pretty. And here's another one. This is from Cross My Heart and Timeless Tapestries. So I love the one on top there. This has 3 designs. I love the one on top, very kind of, Roman looking maybe, with the big roses in the foreground. Love that. Love this with, let's see if I can get it to show better. There's a swan, a flamingo, and some other bird up in the tree. There's frogs and turtles down below. Anyway, it's just I love it. I just think that is such a neat design. I'm not as thrilled with the flower, the flowers in the vase on the pedestal. It's pretty, but it doesn't grab me like the other 2 do. Here's a little bit. Here's a different version of the 2, like the flamingo one. It's like a different version on dark fabric. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, okay, I'm looking forward to these. But, like I told my friends at the group today, I said, even if I never make these, just having them to look at, and, maybe somebody will be looking for one of these and I can give it to them or something, after I get all my pleasure out of it. Okay, this is another Barbara and Cheryl present, and this one is called South Battery View. So it's another, like, house or street scene or house. It's kind of like that other one. I hope I'm getting this. There we go. Just beautiful. I love that. Look at that, like, front porch. There's like a porch there, or a portico of some kind. Just, I love it. I love these kind of things. And then this was my 90s vibe all over the place. And on a country shelf. And it's got all these designs you see on there. Of course, I have to do the one with the cat quilt. This one. With the cat on top of the shelf. And see if I can get some of these closer. the teddy bear and the doll. Oh, I still love this style of cross stitch. My love has not dimmed these 30 years. And then we have pansies. Pansies in profusion, Leisure Arts. I like pansies, obviously. I had pansies on my Song of Solomon dresser scarf. I think it's this one. There's, you've got the pansies in the foreground there, and then in the far distance is a house with a tree next to it and a pretty sky, and I think that's really neat. And then in the back is another one that's kind of the same thing with the pansies in the foreground and trees and sky in the center there, kind of far away in the distance. I think that's really a neat design idea, so I like that one. And then I got these two, which are for bibs. Now, I don't have any need to cross stitch any bibs, but I liked a lot of the designs, and like for instance the unicorn right here, and there's cats and there's a dragon. I don't know what that says. Oh, little monster. And I just figured with all these designs I could put the ones I like together to make like a band sampler type of thing idea. And they're kind of, I don't know, I could make them for various things, like here's happy birthday, and but most of my grandkids are not, well, there's still some young ones that need bibs, but I don't think their moms want these kind of bibs. They probably would never use them because, mom stitched them or whatever. And so I like those butterflies too. I like the patchwork one right here. And so I figured there were enough of them I liked that I could put them together and make, a piece that I like, that has all the designs I like. So that was my library haul, my library book sale haul for today. And then when I got home, my 1, 2, 3 stitch order came, and so I'm excited about that. So let me get that out. So what I decided to do was I checked my wish list, and then I thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I've wanted it for years, so I'm gonna get it. And it is Lavender and Lace Mother's Tree. Let's see if I can get that somewhat. Okay. Now, the way this model is you like pick your oldest ancestor, I guess, that you know, and then it's, so your great 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 grandmother or whatever, and then do the generations coming down and to yourself. But I decided I'm going to make this a mother's tree and list my birth year, myself, and then all of my children underneath. And, so I'll have me, mother of, and then it'll be all my children listed underneath. And so I ordered the threads for this, but I doubled it because I'm also going to I also want to make a grandmother's tree. And, I didn't bring it in here, but I have another lavender and lace pattern. I've showed it, I think, on my first FlossTube. That is a woman in a big hoop skirt holding a baby. And I figured that piece would be perfect in the center, to display them with that piece in the center. I have not even started it yet, but I've already envisioned this, that she'll be in the center, and the mother's tree will be on one side, and the grandmother's tree will be on the other side of her, making a trio like that. And so I'm really excited about this. And there's only 3 colors in it, 3 shades of green. So those came with it. And let's see. Here they are. It's DMC 934, 3051, and 3052. And so I was really excited about that. And so then I thought, well, while I'm ordering those things, and let me take these out of the bag because they're real pretty. And oh, my whiteboard. This would be a good time for that. There they are. The greens. And what was funny about it is the very next day I was working on Joy in the Journey, and the colors, the green, and so I was working on this inner border, and the green colors on this inner border are 3051 and 3052, 2 of the colors for the mother's tree. So I took that as a confirmation that I was supposed to order the mother's tree at this time. I took it as a synchronicity, that it was like, yes, this was supposed to happen. So I was real happy with that. And so while I was doing that, they had some clearance on the Sullivan's thread, and so I put in my cart the this was another weird thing too, because this is DMC equivalent 943, and the other green on that mother's tree is 934. So I thought, well, that's interesting. And so I got 30 of these. I put 30 of them in my cart. They were on clearance for 25 cents a skein. And it's a pretty kind of emerald green. I like it. Kind of, or maybe more of a patty green. Is that what you call it? It's almost kind of bluish green, teal, kind of tealy maybe. I don't know. But it's pretty. It's a lot prettier in person than it was the color on the screen. And then so then I went for the next color, which appeared to be kind of a purpley or pinky color. And so I put 30 of those in my cart, because I want to do some more monochromatics, like the Demon Sampler. I want to do some more of those. That Demon Sampler is by Chlorami Designs. And she has some other beautiful designs I'd like to do. And so that's why I thought getting these clearance threads would be good, because then I can make different colors of samplers, and some of these labels are coming off. But anyway, so then I decided, well, I'll get 30 of those too. Guess what? Nope. It said they only had 5 in stock, so I got 5 of this color. I can't remember what the DMC equivalent was, but it's kind of a rosy, antique rosy kind of color, and it's really pretty. I wish I could have gotten 30 of them. And then the third one that was on clearance that I found was this tan. It's kind of a brownish, tannish color, and again, I put 30 in the cart, but no, only 6 in stock. So that's what I got. Now they're falling. But that's a pretty color too. So I don't know what I'll use them for, but now I have them. And I've never used the Sullivan thread before, so I don't know if I'll like it or not. But at that price, yeah, why not try it? So that's what I did. And that's pretty much it for today. I think I've caught up on everything, and hopefully I will have something to show on my demon sampler next time, because I've been really anxious to get back to it. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope your day went great, and you're having all kinds of stitchy fun over the weekend. Thanks for watching again. Bye bye.